It's time to crack out a new dartboard, and full disclaimer for you guys watching this video, although I am sponsored by Mission, I am under no obligation to promote the dartboards, to speak about them in a positive light, anything like that. I am sponsored for tungsten, the use of my barrels, which are available in 21, 23 and 25 grams. This is me speaking as me to you. So that's the disclaimer out of the way in that sense. Now, a lot of people ask me this question regularly. I'm just going to send them the link to this video from now on. So hello if you've come from that link. What is the best dartboard on the market and why? You'll get different answers to this. There is no factual answer into what is the best board because people want boards for different reasons. Me personally, I've been buying dartboards for 30 years. Every time I'm looking at a dartboard, I'm looking at a dartboard for one key reason. How long does the board last? Then I look at how hard a board is. Then what does it look like? That's sort of my thought process. But that would be my purchasing class. So first of all, how long does the board last? We'll take a look at my board for starters. My board's been up for about 9 months. So if you haven't been following this channel for a bit, you'll know that I've been updating when this board first came out and after a couple of months. So this is the exact same board that you have seen in all of those other videos. We're going to have a little look round. We know the purpose of which this board has been used for. It hasn't been turned here. So this is a new number on the 14, new number as well up here on the 12. So they haven't had rotations onto those yet. So we started here, this was the original 20. And then we move around, you'll see, looking at the paint, still quite well intact. And the thing that impresses me the most is the wear and tear on the targets. Now there's been a lot of time and a lot of play on these using various different points, different grips, aggressive points, smooth points, heavy darts. We've thrown 72-gram darts on this board. And when you look at that board, certainly from a little bit further away, it actually looks quite new. You can see the 13, the 18, two places that I left it up a bit longer. But even with that wear, looking around the wire, you can't really see too much wear. Certainly when you stand a bit further back. Still looks very, very good considering its age. As you can see, the wear and tear on that board is absolutely superb for a board that's been up there for a while, and as we mentioned, been up there for lots of different reasons. For live streams, for coaching, for playing. Jody comes down here playing quite regularly. We've had Andy down here, Jake's been down here, other people have been down here, different boards. So this took some hammer over its time. So really holding up against that. So then we look at those sort of other criterias. Board looks nice. I like the white spider wire. I like the fact it's not chipped down too much. So again, big tick for me in that column. The final thing to look at that would make a board superb for me is how hard it is. Now, the early boards that Mission put out, I couldn't use them. I didn't like them. They was too hard, too firm. I like a board to have a little bit of a give to it. Now, different boards will give you different levels of hardness depending on how compact they are in regards to the sisal, depending on how many biscuits they used, which was like sisal pieces they'd compress. This is using one. So again, my initial thought was, how is that going to hold up? Actually, it holds up really well. That's what gives it its self-healing properties. Not only that, but it actually makes the board like a mid-range. It's not soft, it's not hard, it's actually nicely in the middle, which kind of suits a lot of people, especially if you've got an angle of entry of the dart that's got a bit of lift to it. We're seeing at the moment quite a lot of bounce outs at the minute. A lot of the time that will come with people that have got a little bit more upright, because if you hit a dead spot or you hit a hard spot on the board and your dart sits a bit more upright, if it's a bit flatter, you're okay. But those people that got a bit of a lift will just notice a bit of a rejection from the board. You don't tend to get that with this one. Now let's rewind back to the start of this video. I said that different people like different boards for different reasons. So who would agree with me? Who would think that this board is the best board and for what reason? I would say pub teams who want to buy a board that lasts them all year. Super League teams, the same, want to buy a board that lasts you all year. Venues that want to put a board up in the venue that lasts a long period of time. People that are playing at home that don't want to buy a new board every month or a couple of months, that want one board, maybe two boards a year, maybe a bit tight like myself, who don't want to be splashing out all the time, I think this really does suit. You get quality at a good price. I have also built together what is sort of my ideal home setup. I was going to do this as a video, but instead OLBG said, why don't we run this as a prize on prizes.olbg.com, which includes my ideal dartboard, surround, light, an auto scoring system, which I think right now is the best auto scoring system in the game. All of that is available at prizes.olbg.com. I'll put the link down in the description if you want to go check that out. Matt Edgar's ideal home setup. I also chucked in a bit of coaching into that one as well for you. But for now, guys, down to the comment section. What for you is the best board? And most importantly, why? Because I love a little bit of debate. Catch you soon.